on all these 5 treatments. So we have a pretty good and detailed soil moisture dynamics. We also been collecting canopy cover. So I echo Ignacio, probably everyone is collecting some of the same variables. And then we should try to quickly come up with a way of aggregating data that we can use, or that we can at least better use human resources. Some of the challenges that we are having is these soils have about 35% clay in all layers. Some of them go to 45, 48%. So this presents some problems from the point of view of calibration. It presents problems from the point of view that they crack around the tubes, and the sensor might measure a little drier conditions, which just is measuring a little bit of an air gap. So to compensate for some of these limitations, we are using the same kind of device that we have there. We are not using a tractor so that we don't enter in the plots very frequently. But the idea is to take gravimetric moisture, every few weeks, so that we can actually have more confidence with the soil moisture measurements that we are collecting. And the goal is to keep adding calibration for the plots and trying to start looking at some of the impacts actually with the infestation that we have in some of the plots that actually maybe is an advantage that we can see. And I think Juan already can demonstrate that the amaranthus is behaving pretty much as a regular crop from the point of view of soil moisture depletion. And so I'm not sure, maybe we need to keep letting the amaranthus grow every summer and see what is the impact. But that will be interesting also from the point of view of what kind of decisions are we making in these plots that we are actually making changes every growing season based on soil water storage. So that's pretty much all I have. I don't know if we are presenting forage or you want to go back?
One of those. I was surprised you didn't put as a challenge for this or even your groups.
Yeah, I need to put a stop sign in front of each tube, but yeah, that's something. One of the reasons we chose this technology is we can also replace tube a little easier than if we use a common neutron probe. So yeah, thanks, Romulo.
Hello everyone, I'm Rudra Baral, second year PhD student at K State. I'm working under Dr. Min. So under forest component, we have 8 treatments. In the first year, we collected 160 samples, and we also completed the forest nutritive value analysis. More about the data and other works I will present at my poster session. So till date, we have collected 160 samples, and then we did the forest nutritive value analysis. And this year I'm collecting samples and we have not finished the forest nutritive value analysis yet. Major challenges we saw that the planting summer crops quite late is a little bit issues in terms of dry matter yield and forest nutritive value analysis. For example, we have alfalfa this time, and we hardly harvest, I think, 2 times for this summer. And the wheat pressure is another big challenge we saw. And we are experiencing the problem of the plot cleaning, especially for the forage, the wheat and the forage crops planting, where we are doing the hand raking every year, and the plot size is too big, so it takes time. It's labor intensive. Another is gathering field level information. Like I'm a little bit behind to get the information about like the planting time and other intercultural operation. Sometimes I forgot to collect the sample at the right to growth stage. So it is important to share the information about the intercultural operation or planting time, so I can involve in the team. And Another issue I found that identifying the specific summer crops for particular location, like last year we had tepary and moth, and we saw very little growth in the Aslan bottom. So it was difficult to predict the actual yield for those two crops. So my future plan is to collect more samples, and also I want to see the economic benefit of growing various crops as forages in terms of nutritive value and in terms of profit. And then to write a paper and sharing research findings with different ASA and other workshops and seminars. So I have some pictures and some preliminary findings in my poster for that. Now for this. That's so much.
All right, thanks. Okay, I know we're running late, but again, I'd rather be learning, spend the time asking questions than that.